Hi my butterflies, how you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing all right. Sipping on some coffee. It's lunchtime. I'm at work and I just decided, no, let me just come talk to you guys a bit because I have a free, let's say 20 minutes left so I can talk a bit. And I was speaking to my mentor the other day and she put a light bulb in my head. She's like gave me these like great ideas. I never thought I would actually want to speak about how I felt when I left the children's home, and I feel like that's what I need to share so that I can reach somebody out there that feels the pain of not knowing what they're going to do once they leave the home and not knowing where they're going to start. And I just want to soothe their heart, make them feel like everything, and actually make them know that everything is gonna be okay. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. I'll really appreciate it. So go ahead, do that. Let me wait for you. Let me wait a bit, sip on some tea, and wait for you to subscribe. Press that button. I'm waiting. I would like to share with you what I went through before I left the home. So the year, when did I leave the home? 2014. The year 2014 came and I don't want to tear up, sorry guys. The year 2014 came and I knew it was my last year, because they did give me the heads up. Yeah, can you say you're gonna have to leave because you're turning this age and you're turning 22, and we usually let people go at the age of 18. The new rules here that people have to be let out of the childcare system at 18 so that they can go into the world and start their lives. And I was one of the lucky ones that was still under the 21-year-old frame. So when you turn 21, that's when you had to leave. So I was in second year, and yeah, I found out that this year you have to leave. I thought I was at least going to be able to finish my third year and then leave after that, but it didn't work out that way. So they told me that I had to leave, and I remember all the emotions going through my head, how I felt. It was overwhelming and scary. The thought of it was scary, and I'm trying not to cry. It was scary because I knew that I had to go back home, but I didn't want to go back home because my brother told me that don't come back home because it's harder to find work this side. And I'm crying because I know how much he's been struggling to find work, and finally found work, but he's been struggling for so many years. And it just scares me because that could have been me, and at least he gave me the heads up. Okay, so the year came, and I was told that I had to leave. I knew I didn't want to go home because of what my brother told me, so that wasn't an option. And for my own reasons, because I didn't want to be a burden. I didn't want to add on to my mom having to take care of me, because the little that she earns could barely take care of all three of them. So me moving home was gonna be a burden as well, I feel like. So also the fact that I was still gonna go back to school. I was gonna go back to Dublin, and Davidton is so far from Randburg, and there are well, there are campuses close, but I was wondering, where am I going to get the money to go to school? Where am I going to get the money to, to buy books? I was just so overwhelmed with everything. Like, what is going to happen to me? Who am I going to become? And my final year came, and I just remember being overwhelmed, and I was overwhelmed to a point whereby I attempted to commit suicide. And I feel like that's when I hit rock bottom, because I was so scared. I didn't know where I was gonna go, what I was gonna do. I didn't have everything that I needed. I didn't have someone to ask for money. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do. And then I kind of forgot how it all happened, but then, was part of the board at the home, and I don't know how it all happened. I just forgot how it all happened. He spoke to, it was after me being hospitalized because of the suicide attempt. We're looking for ways to make it feel better, because I spoke about it and told them I did this because I am scared and I didn't know what to do. One of the board members, and he had a connection, or was on the board at the Da Vinci Hotel in Sandton, and we had already been on an outing there. And I went there, and I felt as if though, this is an opportunity. I would have been working here if I went to the hotel school. Little did I know that if I put in the work, then I'd be working there. So what they had me do was, they had me go on a test drive. So what I had to do is I had to find out how much I'd be spending on transport from wherever I desired to stay. So I had to go and write the prices down of the taxis that I'd be taking for this, and how much I'd spend to go to school from wherever I'm gonna stay. And after that, he asked me to do an assignment. So what I did is I literally had an assignment this thick of what it is that needs to go into Khanyesa when she leaves the home. And in there was prices of food, prices of appliances that I'm gonna need, prices of furniture that I'm gonna need, prices of the transport system that I'm going to use, prices of how much I'm going to spend on food, and how much I'm going to spend on rent. And he saw my assignment, he took it to the Da Vinci Hotel, the GM there, and he saw it, and they invited me for an interview one day. And I spoke to the GM. He liked me so much, he was so proud of me, and he was so happy. And he said he'll be in touch. You can go and start working at the hotel for 100 Rand a day. They'll pay you 100 Rand a day, and you'll be working as a waitress. And I was so happy. And on top of that, he told me, I also spoke to some of the waitresses there at the hotel, and they told me that you can come stay with them. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to pay your rent, I'm going to give you transport money, and I'll give you an allowance. All you need to do is go to school and go to work. That's what you need. The money you make is for you. So is for yourself, sorry. So what I did is I was so happy, and I started working there. And on my when I didn't go to school, I'd go to work, and on my weekends I'd go to work. So, and on my holidays I'd go to work as well. So that's what I did to prepare me for leaving the home. And then the day came I had to leave. So emotional. It still makes me cry till today, because I grew up there since I was young. All my memories are there. Everything I can remember just came back to me, and I'm like, I'm going, I'm leaving. And I was still scared, because where I was going, I didn't know what to expect, you know. So the day came and I left. I left the home. They dropped me off at my new residence, and the ladies I stayed with welcomed me with open arms. We worked together, so everything was good. Like, I had so much fun staying with them. It was good. My rent was paid, school was taken care of. All I needed to do was do my schoolwork and meet with a mentor every month or so that we can, you know, communicate and see where things are at, and see, you know, how things are going with my schoolwork, so I can show them my marks and all that. And everything we did have some ups and downs, whereby, you know, I'd like slide off the path, but I'd come back quickly. She brought me back into my place, the right place, when I did that. So I really am appreciative of the whole scenario that went into me having to leave the home. So I have questions written down here in my book, my handy dandy book, and the first one I want to answer is, what was the hardest part of becoming independent and leaving the home? So for me, becoming independent, I had to manage my money. I had to make the right decisions. And for me, it was difficult, because I got used to following rules, having someone telling me what to do, just all of that, just having a timetable, time allocated to everything that you do. So at 4 o'clock you do your homework, 5 o'clock you have free time, in the morning you go to school, come back, eat lunch, have 2 hours to play a bit, 4 o'clock homework time, 5 o'clock you go and play, 6 o'clock bath time, and then the rest of the night watch TV, 9 o'clock bedtime. So that was my life, and it was difficult because I got used to that, and now I have to be the decision maker in my life, the only decision maker in my life. And it was difficult to juggle everything. So I was also in a relationship at that time, and it was overwhelming, and it was too much, and I had to end the relationship. It was hard having to, I stayed with people, but I would give them the title of being my rule makers, if you get what I mean. So I would tell them when I'm going out, I'll tell them if I'm not coming back. It was a slow transition, but it worked in the end, and I like the way in which I had to learn that, Khanyesa, you can make your own decisions, just make the right ones. And that's how it all came together for me. Did you feel that you got enough support through the transition? Could you have gotten more support? I feel like I got enough support through the transition. I just feel like it wasn't enough. So I feel like no, I can't say it wasn't enough, because some of the times when you had opportunities to go to the talks and and that the home would give, you would be like, you just want to do your own thing, and you just become rebellious and say, no, I'm not interested in that, I'll see when I get there. But that's not the case. Whenever, my advice, I'd say, whenever they have a talk, or if somebody talks to you, sit there for that time. It's not going to take the whole day, it's not going to affect your life in a bad way, but sit there and listen, because if you don't, you never know where you can use that information one day. You never know how it's going to affect you and how you can use that to your advantage. So I feel like I got enough support, but I feel like it wasn't taken to advantage, because I didn't take advantage of it, because I decided not to attend those talks, and I decided not to listen to what they had to say about it. What advice will you give kids who are about to leave the system? I would say that it's not going to be easy. It isn't going to be easy, but surround yourself with people that make the right choices. Surround yourself with people that take care of themselves, that want to do better in life. Surround yourself with goal-getters. Don't surround yourself with people that are gonna say, no, I'll see when I get there. That's not the attitude you need. You need an attitude whereby you know that a person is gonna push you. You need to build relationships whereby you know that a person is gonna push you into the right direction. Don't make relationships that involve partying and all that. Oh, that's my bell, my lunchtime is over. That involve parties all the time, people that don't push you, people that don't inspire you. Speak to people that have done good for themselves, people that inspire you, people that you aspire to be like. So yeah, it has a lot to do with who you surround yourself with. What do I wish that I had known beforehand? I don't think I wish I had known something beforehand that I found out the hard way. I just wish that I listened more and put aside my private life and focused on what they were talking about and what they had to say with regards to becoming independent and all the talks we had, at the home. I feel like I should have been more enthusiastic about it and pushed myself. It's a really tough process. It is gonna hurt a lot. It still hurts me today, and I'm already out of it. I'm working and all that, but it is very scary. And I just wanna wish whoever is going through all the trauma and the pain that I went through luck, and make the right choices. That's all. That make the right choices. That's the only thing that will get you through it. And also just make friends, talk to people. Don't sit in a bubble and bottle up your feelings, because it's gonna, when you explode, and you might choose my option, that the option I wanted to take, but it's not the way, really. I just thank God that I'm still here, because I'm talking to you guys about my experiences and helping the next person. And no matter how hard it is, sorry, no matter how hard it is, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna be okay. And just keep praying, keep fighting, keep smiling, keep being happy, and yeah, everything will be okay. So guys, I don't want to cry anymore. Okay, so don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on my video. Please, please, please remember that you, yes, you are a beautiful butterfly. Mwah.